Hey everybody, it's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Happy hump day. Whoop whoop. Happy Wednesday to each of you. Yeah. So you probably saw me start and stop like 8 times. I don't know. Everything updated. You know how that works. Everything. The computer, so Microsoft updated. I know we had a bunch of updates, all of us, with all our platforms across the board, whatever you use. I'm sure if you check your Play Store, it says, all the apps are here to be updated. So, sorry about all that. I don't really understand what I did to fix it, but it doesn't matter. We're here now. So, hello there, Nancy. Good to see you. Glad to see you. And Miss Deb, I wanted to do a shout out to you too, and I do apologize for that hot mess. I'm sure some people got frustrated and were done with me. So, at any rate, let me turn that off. There we go. Whew. So, today is what's new, and I have things, but not fabric today. Today, it's coming, but they haven't shipped for the month yet. So I just want to make you aware we do have plenty here to talk about, and I hope that you find it inspiring. Just got a notification. This could be, oh, see, I've got another update. No. No. We're not doing it, guys. We're not doing it. We're going to talk about fun stuff. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Miss Deb. Okay, so what is new? Why don't we jump right in and start talking about some things that are new? I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to start. And I'm going to pull you into the overhead camera. And square and square, this is not new. We've had this in the shop, okay? I want to say this is what I utilize when I do any kind of classes on intro level to foundation paper piecing. I believe this is probably the easiest foundation paper pieced block ever. Okay, so this is where we start, and it's super cute, right? Super easy. Just got 5 different pieces. Oh, look, the update's complete. Oh, that's lovely. So what I wanted to share that was new, y'all. Okay, so this is a 6-inch. This is so cute. Look, it's the 2-inch. I could not resist. I can't wait to make this. This is on our website. Yes, you have used that. I should have brought the quilt that you did with it. But look how little. Looky. Look. I just think this is so awesome. And I got to be real with you guys. I wouldn't want to do this in this small of a block without the foundation paper piecing. It's so cute. Oh, so one pack makes 42 quilt blocks. Same as the large one, which I think is interesting. Now a 2-inch finished, you would get 3 of these. Wouldn't that be fun? That's kind of a fun idea. I wonder what that would look like. See, now I want to play. But isn't that cute? Okay, so sticking with foundation paper piecing. Okay. In the house, I don't know if I've ever shown you, but we do have 2x4 flying geese. Love the flying geese. Foundation paper piecing. So this makes 84 quilt blocks, okay, for a 2x4. Well, in the house now, we also have a 1.5x3. And I couldn't resist, just like we have the 2-inch over here, the 2-inch little guy. We now have the 1x2s. Look how little. So here's your 2x4, and there's your, isn't that cute? It's so cute. So the 1x2s, the pack of these make 84 blocks also, okay? And if you'll notice something that's very similar, 2 flying geese make a square and a square. I wouldn't make this and cut it in half though, because it will change the seams and your seam allowance and your points will be kind of weird. So this is definitely something I would suggest if you're doing flying geese, is just to stick with the flying geese paper. Just me. So as far as foundation paper piecing, that's what's new. It would be great for a border. Oh no, what, I can't see the emoji. Oh, you've got like funny eyes going on. Yeah, that's fun. That's absolutely fun. So what shall I go to next? So believe it or not, this actually took me a bit to figure out. Those are brand new pinking shears that are now in the shop. Oh, I didn't bring it, but we also do have the pinking blade that you put in your 45 millimeter. It comes with one blade. It's in the house too. But I had a request for pinking shears, and I went through a lot to get where we decided on Kai. Okay. Have any of y'all used Kai products? I know a lot of quilters have. I haven't. So I did pick these over other companies, and I think it really gave the best value for your dollar. And I'm excited to try them myself. Just curious. They have regular scissors too. They have a lot of different products. Let's just be real. So I'm just curious if any of y'all have ever used Kai. I know a lot of quilters love the Kai brand. So, pinking shears. You never did try that company. Okay, interesting. Hey there, Sharina. Glad to see you've been binge watching. Appreciate it, girlie. So, Kai scissors in the house now. Pinking shears, that is. Okay. Everybody loves a little Tula. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people do. Here at Halo, we call you Tula heads. I'm a Tula head, so I say that with love. All right. So she got together with Sally Tomato and started putting out products that with bag making. Okay, Sally Tomato does bag making. So there is a whole kit here that you can buy, and it comes with 12 1.5 D rings, 2 1.5 swivel hooks, 1 1.5 slider buckle, 1 3/4 sew-in round magnet snaps, 8 bucket bag feet, 8 bucket bag, that's a lot of bag feet, and 1 zipper cord end, okay? And they, of course, are in that gorgeous, shiny pink for Tula Pink. We call it the Tula Tote hardware set, okay? So that came in. There's actually a Tula Tote pattern, but it hasn't shipped yet, at least not for me. It's coming though. It's not on back order. It's just not shipped yet. So also with the Tula hardware, we have magnetic snaps, and we have 2 different sizes. We have the 1/2 inch and the 3/4 inch. So you can find that. Now everything I'm talking about today, yes, just want to make sure. It can be found in the What's New, except for maybe the square and a square 6 inch. But everything I am talking about today is under the What's New tab. So, Tula Pink in the house. All right. Now I am going to talk a little about, I did tell you we're building an EPP area. And because there are so many of y'all. So we've got another, last time I showed you, we got hexagons, and I think we have 3 different sizes of hexagons. I'm going to order some more on the next order. But I did go ahead and get the 1 inch 6-pointed star. Now, according to Sue Daly, who is our, what do we call her? We call her the EPP queen. Okay. So she has come out with her own brand of supplies. And according to Sue, you can reuse these papers as long as you don't put too much glue on it. Okay, if you put too much glue and it gets really hard to get out, you might tear the paper. So it's real important to, she sells glue too, FYI. And we have that in the house. So you can reuse these over and over, but it is the 6 pointed star 1 inch. Okay. So we do have those now. Thank you for dropping that link. 6 pointed star. Speaking of EPP, we now have Hexi EPP stocking. Super cute. Super stinking cute. It is fat quarter friendly. It is 6-inch wide at the top, 14 inches tall, and 11 inches wide from heel to toe. Okay. So super cute. It is English paper piecing. So this pattern does include easy to use instructions with video supplements. Who doesn't love that? You love the stocking. I know, right? I'm kind of curious about this. So it comes with video supplements, paper templates, and coloring sheet to plan your own stocking. Love it. Sounds like they thought of everything. Just saying. Okay. And you can see, you can fussy cut some of these, and that would be really, really cute, you know, just like we do in other EPP projects. So that would make this unique and fun. And if you did that, of course, they tell you that the necessities are the requirements of fabric would vary, and it would, right? I think this would be a really cool idea for scrappy. I mean, this is controlled. You know, they use various colors, but it's very, very controlled. I would love to see this. Project update? Who knows? In a very scrappy area. Kind of Lori Holt scrappy kind of thing, right? Just a bunch of different randomness. I think that would be really, really cool. So EPP is in the house with a pattern now. Woo! Looking forward to seeing this from somebody. If not from me, from you. I'd love it. Okay, now that's kind of Christmassy. So these are also in the website, and maybe I should have done this with foundation paper piecing, because this is foundation paper pieced, but I'm kind of intrigued and excited about this. So these are little ornament kits, okay? And so this one makes the snowflake. This one makes a bauble, I think it's called. And this one makes a Christmas tree. Now, the Christmas tree and the bauble are walnut. And the snowflake is eucalyptic. Whew, that's a hard word. Say that 10 times fast. So both combos will be great, wouldn't it be? I totally agree. Now, I can't see necessarily if anybody is talking on the Facebook side, possibly. Not sure. Remember the updates. So let me know, Sherry. Oh, I guess maybe I should probably turn on the chat. I mean, on our thing. Okay. Okay, good. All right. So the thing about these, this is kind of small. Okay. So like the snowflake is the biggest, and it finishes at 5 1/4 by 4.5 inch. So imagine how small that is in the center. Look at these little guys. Look at those. Look, I'm trying to make sure the glare's not there. Look at those little guys. Okay? And then this is little too. These are itty bitty. So this is a kit. You find your own fabric. Fabric is not included, okay? And you get the pattern in here, okay? And then you also get the thing it's just enough for one ornament, but you get, well, heck, I'll open one. We'll just open one. Guess I'm making one. Okay. Another video? We'll see. Okay. So what you get is the pattern. Let's see. Yep, the pattern's inside and instructions. So here's the pattern. Okay. Oh, it's a nice paper too. It's not too thick. Okay, so that's your foundation paper piecing plus the instructions on how to put together your ornament. So you also get the twine that uses as the hanging, and then you get these pieces of wood. Oh, you got a template here. I guess that would be for your center. But you get a nice, the backing, which also says Merry Christmas, and then the other two pieces. It does state, if my memory, okay, so it includes the wooden frame, the twine, the foundation for one ornament, instructions for how to foundation paper piece and the ornaments, and then it says your requirements: scraps of fabric that are approximately 1 inch wide in varying lengths, and wood glue. You know, quilters, we'll figure out how to do that. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, but these are just super cute. Again, the bauble and the snowflake. I guess I'm making the tree. So, all right. I just love it. I just love it. That's kind of nice. That's a nice piece of wood right there. It's got to stay in the back to hide all the seams. All right. So those are for Christmas. Thank you, Sherry. Speaking of more patterns, this one was really fun. So somebody came into the shop, I want to say last week. Gosh, really? It's only been a week. So I was hoping it'd be, I think so. I think it was last week. And they were gathering fabrics for this pattern, and both me and Leah, who I work with, we asked her what she was making because, you know, we're quilters and we're nosy. And she shared with us this pattern, and we had to get it because it is so stinking cute. Now, I want to tell you, I do believe on our website, we do the backs so that you can see the skill level, which they claim this is intermediate. So that's the first warning, okay? I haven't made it, but fat quarter bundle or 20 assorted fat quarters of your choice. So it is fat quarter friendly. But what the other warning that I wanted to give you, it says full-size paper piecing templates. Now, I don't know what that means, but she does say that you can buy an acrylic template for it. I did not get that. I want to see what the paper is, and I have other ideas. It depends on how many you make, right? But it probably would make it a lot easier. But on the pattern, she tells you where to go to get the template if you're so intrigued, okay? But I thought this was absolutely darling, and her name of the designer is Angela Pingle. Is that not fun? I just thought that was fun. So, perfect for the reader in your life. There's plenty of you. Plenty of you. Okay. A lot of y'all use EQ8, but you are not necessarily. I personally have talked to a lot of people about learning how to use it because I don't know why. Let's think. I think sometimes people might feel overwhelmed, or they just use it for bare minimums. But the one thing that EQ8 does, I should probably get the other books because I own them myself. They have books out there that are like beginner lessons type thing, and you can go through step by step. You can actually just look for what you're looking for and then go to that because, you know, maybe you know the first half, but it's the second half that gets to you, or you don't know how to do or can't figure it out or can't find it. They have a wonderful blog, just so everybody knows who has EQ8. So for those of you who don't know, EQ8 is a design software. You can actually plug in different blocks that you'd like and put them on a screen and see. You can turn them, you can cut them in various different ways. I mean, there's so much you can do, but you can design your own quilts, and it'll tell you how much fabric you'll need, and it'll tell you and I gotta tell you a story. It'll tell you how much fabric you'll need, and it'll tell you if it's foundation paper piece. It will print it. It'll give you a foundation paper piecing pattern for you. It will give you cutting instructions. If it's a template, like for applique, it'll print it out for you. So it really is an all-inclusive. Oh, and it'll even let you play with quilting motifs on top of your quilt. Funny story, when I design, I start on graph paper, and then I move over to EQ8 to make it so I can crop pictures and do different things for pattern making. And I always check the math when it comes to yardage. I got to tell you, it's never been wrong. And I've been doing this for years. But I don't know. I have this thing about computers, so I know we're supposed to trust them, and that's supposed to make our life easier, but I always check the computer, and it's never been wrong, ever. So it's very accurate. The one thing, though, that they did put out is this is brand new. Just got released this year, and it's taking, okay, so one thing you can do with EQ8 is you can actually take your own fabric and put it into the system. So when you're making a quilt, you can put the real fabric in there, okay, and not just a color, okay. They have a lot of add-ons too that you can get from various companies or from EQ8 that are fabrics from various companies, and download them, and then you have those fabrics also. But this is taking your own fabric and panels and photos, okay, and how to import them and edit the image. This is huge. I mean, I was looking through it and just at a glance, and I got to tell you, the instructions are on point. And there's instructions in here that I didn't think they would, in my head, I didn't think they would go to the extent that they did. This is very well done. So anybody who has EQ8 and you want to know how to import the fabrics, the panels, and manipulate your photos, how to get those in there. I mean, there's so much you can do. I actually took a class at years ago, at Hershey, when they used to have their quilt shows. I took a class from a gentleman, and I learned so much. Like you can do pixel quilts on there. I mean, there's just so much you can do. And so I actually have a pretty good understanding, but they even go as far as like, if you take your own pictures, and it's just this is a really well done informational book. And I love that this one, they put on the holes to put in a 3-ring binder. I love that, okay, because the other books are on spirals, which is really cool, but being able to put all of the EQ8 manuals into one 3-ring binder would be amazing. So super love that they did that. But we do have this in the house, so anybody local or worldwide, US wide, who is using EQ8 and would like a little bit more information about that, this is on the website and in the house. So Sherry says, you have EQ8, but see, I know a lot of people feel that way. Hi there, Tater Tam. And hello, Win. Win is her son and our grandson. We call him Prince Wyndham, or Winnie. Good to see you. Good to see you. So this, I love that this came out. And I know that people have been asking me to do some kind of class, workshop, video on how to use EQ8, but they actually have certified teachers. So I think they would be the best person. And their books, right on. So I'll have to look into getting the other ones because they're very beneficial. Very beneficial. panels, guys. Panels. Video, yes, please. See, there we go. Told you. She ain't alone either. All right. Just a few more. Couple more. Few more. I don't know. A few more items. Okay. First one. This is a big mama jumma. So this started. I'm always listening to people. When you ask for something that you would like, we listen. Okay. This particular ruler is really big. Okay. It's 19.5 inches long. It does a multitude of things for you. The one thing about the Creative Grids rulers is they have a QR code on here, and if you scan that, it'll take you to the place to show you how to use whichever ruler that you did the QR code for. I think it's brilliant. There are snippets of videos. Okay, so this will have a snippet video, a shorter video, just to give you a rundown of exactly how different ways you can use the ruler. This is a 30-degree triangle, but it's got markings for 45 and 60 also. And of course it has all the half inches, all the wonderful stuff that Creative Grids always does. So, yeah, this is a tool for sure. So we do have this in the house, based off of a request to have this ruler, for various different reasons that the person was going to use it for. And they, again, still have the non-skid circles. So when you put the pressure down, it helps it not slide, but it slides if it doesn't have the pressure, which is also very nice. But I mean, you can even see the different things, just a small snippet. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can do Dresdens and different things with it, but there's a lot to do with this, this kind of a ruler. Of course, you know what? That's a lot of bias, isn't it? It happens. Bias happens. I like it. Okay. So, oh, look, the QR code is actually on the ruler. So if you lose the piece of paper, there it is. Very cool. Very, very cool. And they always have nice little instructions inside, of some sort. This one looks thin, so I wonder what it says. I'm not opening it. I don't need it yet, but you'll probably see something down the chain when I figure out something to make with it. So 30-degree triangle. Okay. That's a big one, guys. That'll take you all the way from 1 to 19.5 inches. That's huge. Okay. Darn. Next on the list, I just realized, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. And it is exactly this. Okay. Inside. Now, it's thick. I mean, it's got a piece of cardboard in here. Okay. And here, I'll just open this one. We're just going to open it. We're just opening everything today, aren't we? It's real important that I show you. I have one, which is what I just thought I was going to bring to the show, but that didn't happen. Okay. So this, for those of you who like to play with color and you like to play before you buy, or if you're looking for different ways to put together different colors, I love this for various different reasons, okay? So it's the foolproof color wheel set. It is on our website now. And if you'll notice, oh, I love this. Pick, spin, select, okay? Color harmony every time, all right? And if you'll notice these black circles, what it is that you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 discs, okay? I love this thing. All right. So all the discs are in here. Okay. Nice little storage thing too. I've had mine for years and I love it. So if you'll notice, it'll tell you what the different discs give you. So this one is a direct complement. Okay. So let's just start with that. If you were to want to know, like you had, we'll say a blue, but you wanted to know what the direct complement was, this is going to color theory here. All right. You would find out that it's orange. Okay. So if you wanted to know for green, well, yeah, green is red-ish. I guess it's like a, okay, so this is in between because this is nice. I don't know if mine did this many colors. I don't remember it. So this is in between. Then we've got green for red. This is another shade. It's more like a yellow green, right? That's more like magenta. Yellow and purple. See where I'm going? So these are your direct complements, and they give you different hues so that you can, try to match closer to the fabric that you have, right? So that is a direct complement. Now let's just say two more because they're fun. And then no, that's too easy. A double triad. Okay, so we'd have to go through and find. You pull them out and look at the shapes. There it is. There's your double triad. Stick it right on here. And then you can see all the color variations that would work with the colors that you have. Isn't that fun? Isn't that useful? I just love it. I just really, really love this thing. So, I mean, if you were doing like a 3 different color quilt with a background, right? There you go. Love it. Super love it. And the last one is innocuous. Look at that. So it is any 3 contiguous colors on the color wheel. So any 3 together. Okay. Isn't that cool? And it does tell you what the different, so color triad, it gives you the descriptions to let you know what they are. I just love this thing. Personally, I find it very helpful in creating and to thinking about color in a different way that I might have thought about it before, if that makes sense. So that is the foolproof color wheel. I don't know, what do they say? I don't know if it's a kit or set. There we go. Foolproof color wheel set. Love this thing. Oh, new and improved. See, I don't remember having all that colors. Maybe I need a new one. So, very, very cool. Kate Fowler actually is the creator of this, and she does workbooks with it too. She has done videos, classes, just various different things. I want to say she was with, who does that? It's called Spark. Is it C&T that does that? At any rate, if you look up Spark, they have various different classes and different things, and I want to say she's done something in it, or at least been part of something. I think she even did, once or twice a year, they do like a big thing where it's like 12 different people come in, different instructors, and you obviously couldn't sit through all of the classes, but they're all recorded. So when you go and you sign up for this thing, it's like something Spalooza, I think. It's all virtual. So you pick which ones you want to sit in, but then afterwards you can go and watch any of them forever. I mean, it's available to you for as long as you have an account and, nothing crashes or updates, right? No, I'm kidding. So, I know she's been on there because I've listened to her. So she's a wonderful, wonderful creator with color. So saying that, this I actually found before it hit the quilting world. And I was trying to figure out a way to get it. And then I saw recently that one of our vendors had it. And so I got this thing. So it is the Essential Color Card Deck. Now, when I saw this, people who paint color, doing some kind of sketching or something, they were really involved with that aspect of it. But with quilters, we all are with color. And what this is that they have different color cards that have tone, shades, and values. And it even has cards to help you mix and match them. It is 200 cards, by the way, to mix, match, and plan various different ways. It's just a really neat thing. I should probably open one. Should I open one? You've been wanting to get a color wheel, Sharina? Great ruler, says Terry. Hey, Terry, how you doing? I'm just now seeing the comments. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, should I open this? Do you want to see what's in it? I think I should open it. If I open it, yeah, I'll open it. We're going to open it. Right? You want to see? I want to see. I know what's in it because I've watched the videos. And I'll tell you what, I found it. You know, sometimes you're watching stuff and there's a commercial. I hardly ever watch the commercials. And this was a commercial. That's how I found out about it. Okay. So here we go. Oh, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Nice little keeper box. Oh, see? Sharina said yes. Well, you and me are on the same planet. Open this thing up. Gotta love plastic. Oh, here. We're going to do a no-no. I'm a quilter, so what is nearby? My seam ripper. All right. So let's check it out, guys. I think this would be very, very fun and useful too. I could think, and C&T Publishing is the printer of this box. How about that? Thank you, C&T, again. Okay. So you do get, oh, look at this. Okay. Let's just take a peek here. So it does have hue cards, neutral cards, and value cards, okay? And it gives you letters and numbers. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to use it. This does say a color wheel for hues, which are just the A cards. What do we got on the back? Oh, set yourself free from the color wheel. And then it gives you down a breakdown of the anatomy of a color card, the plans. They also give you RGB, CMYKs, and hex codes, which is helpful, especially if you're working online, because then you can just plug in the code and you can pull the color. All right. So without going too crazy on it, let's just take a little peek. How's this work? So we have various hues. Okay. And on the back, it has a solid color. Oh, are they all the same? No, they're not. Okay, cool. Because that says black tint 3, add white. Oh, okay, black, add white. Oh, tint 1, tint 2. Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot going on here. I'm thinking we can come up with a color game with quilters. Okay. Browns and yellows with tints. Okay, so beyond the tints, what do we got? Okay, so those are tints. These are hues. So they do have hues. Woo! What else we got? I'm going to get them all messed up. Hold on. Let me put them all back. Not in any order. Okay, they also have different types of color wheel suggestions. Lots of them, guys. Lots. Depending on the color. Okay. Wow. This is really, really cool. So what it is. Wow. Okay. I know. I'm over here. Okay. So if you'll notice, this says golden yellow. Okay. This says, yeah, what does it say? Oh, it says also golden yellow, but it's tint 1. Okay. So they have all of these colors, the whole thing. And then it has different things that you can mix and match with it to help you with your, this is kind of cool, guys. This is kind of fun. I mean, there, look at all these. Look at all of that. These, every single one of these that is a lot of color creation. And you could take, what's nice about these swatch cards is you could take them to your quilt shop to find something close, right? Just saying. And if it tells you, let's see. Yeah, it even gives you the numbers of the see, this is 1A. So it gives you the numbers. So we have a 2 here, and I can't see without, I think it says 24 over here. So you could look for the card to get the exact color. and then take it to your quilt shop. Try to find the color you need. Is that not totally cool? Or online or whatever. Is that not totally cool? That is totally cool. I'm just saying. There you have it. Making sure I'm not mixing and matching anything. Is this blue? It is. Oh, that's purple. Oh, well. We'll have fun with it later. All right. So that is the, what's it say? Essentials Color Card Deck. How cool is that? And there is directions on how to, use it efficiently. I just think it's fun. And very, very inspiring. And then they all fit in this box. I do know they have other boxes with other types of stuff. I didn't see them, that my vendor had them yet. And I don't even know if they would be something that we could use, because remember, oh yeah, it is. They are stuff. It's amazing. They actually have more, because if you go and look this up, Joan Wolfram, I think that's how you say that, the Essential Color Deck, if you Google this, you'll see they have a lot of different things, all based with cubes and color, boxes and color cards. So very, very cool. I'll put this back in there. Glad I opened that. Glad I was able to share. Who doesn't love color? Color is fun. Okay, just making sure everything else is cleaned. Yeah, it is cool, right? I agree, Sharina. It is cool. So one of the things that we did is we now carry finesse thread. But before I go there, finesse thread is a poly. So before I go there, and speaking of online and picking colors with hex codes and such, we have got, I don't ever put it into what's new, but we are always getting new colors of Aurifil thread. Okay. Somebody, which surprised me, but somebody came to our shop recently and said that we had one of the largest selections in our area for choices of color. I don't know if that's true. I have not been anywhere else, but it was a compliment. But we are constantly adding. Now what happens when you're online, I played with it a little, and I felt it was very non-user friendly unless you knew what color you needed. It wasn't user friendly. Okay. So with our 50 weight, the 50 weight is where we have the most color. So we're building on the variegated 50 weight. Like I just got a new one in. It's not online yet, but I do have a new one in this last shipment. So we're going to be constantly, they don't have very many. Well, I say that. Wait, let's just show you. We have 2 cards worth. Yep. So these are the amounts. Now I say not very many because compared to all the other color, I mean, there's a lot more of the other ones than, right? Hey Ann, glad to see you. So we are building out on the variegated, and like I said, we got a new one. I don't put the Aurifil when we get a new spool in. I don't put it on the what's new. It's just something, there's just, it just comes and we put it in there because people are shopping, However, it's gotten a little out of control with the solids as far as I'm concerned. I don't find that it's user friendly. So I was going to ask you guys, I was thinking that I would separate reds, orange, just have a red, just have an orange section, just have a yellow. I don't know. When you're shopping for thread color, what method do you use? See, I use this, okay? And I will tell you, we have these on our website. So even when you're looking on your computer at the little color for your Aurifil thread, when you get it, I don't know about you, but before I had the swatch card or my color, because they used to have a big, huge color card thing, I used to take my fabric and hold it up to the to the computer screen and see how close it was to mismatch. And then you get the spool and it's like, it's close, which is fine. I've never had one be so off, but well, I take that back. I did get one that I thought was a different color than it was. Like it was a green. I thought it was a brown. Okay. Excuse me. So, and it was a light color, just the way that it shows on the computer screen. So I'm just curious how you shop by brand with color, says Anne. Okay. But do you do it in person or do you do it on your computer? And if you do it on your computer and you're looking for color, how do you, when there's like 18,000 shades of this right here, I mean, there's not 18,000, but you know what I'm saying? If there's a lot of different shades, how, I'm just curious, so it'll help me help make that part of the website better. How do you go about shopping for your color? You love the swatch book, really helped me to get the correct color. Love how the cards are actual thread. Yes, I will say, if you are a shopper online mostly for your thread and you use Aurifil, this is, I'm telling you, the best method ever. Which I did think about having cards, you know, like saying swatch card 2, because this is down here, they give you a swatch card number, and then having it, but if you don't have the swatch card book, it ain't gonna mean anything to you. So that isn't gonna work. So I've been really trying to figure out how to help you guys. But yes, this is the best if you're an online shopper. This tool is immensely helpful because all you have to do is lay down a piece of fabric next to this color, and these come off. I've shown this before, I'm sure. First and foremost, if I'm looking for a color and I want to know the name of it, which I know they don't use names. So let's say number 2324, okay? I go to swatch number 10. So then I can go to swatch number 10 and I can actually, because some places don't tell you the number. We do. We tell you both. But 2324 is called stone, okay? And you can actually see what goes on that same card. But if you were looking for something specifically to match something, you simply can unscrew the screw, okay? And then take whichever swatch card off. I got all these other cards in here. There we go. And you can literally just have this card out to help you determine what color you would want, okay, based off of your projects. Even with the variegated, that helps. Variegated is a little different, and I appreciate that they're also the real threads that are on the card. These are the threads, okay? But they lay different on your fabric. But what's nice is that you get to see the color variation. So I've actually helped somebody pick thread online by taking the fabric, because I had it in the house, and laying out the two cards of variegated and trying to decide what would work best based on all the colors that we found in the different variegated. So it is extremely helpful. Yeah, that's your favorite color. 2024, I think, is Sherry's number. You're so funny. I think if she lived next door to a manufacturer of 2024 Aurifil thread, she would even buy them out. I'm kidding. You piece with white if it's a quilt, but with projects you use different color threads. Very cool. I just use, for piecing, I just use 99% of the time I just use Orifil 2600 gray, which is our number one and Orifil's number one seller. That color is the biggest color for sales. So anyway, swatch book is on our website if you're interested and you use Orifil thread. It honestly is a great tool to help you decipher the color that's on the screen to what the color really is. Okay, but outside of that, know that we are looking to revamp the Orifil 50 weight solids in a way that will be much better for being user friendly. Did that make sense? My English is not good today. Okay, so then I want to say, and this is also, well, before we go to that, we are a gray stealer, as everybody's, well, maybe you're not. We are a gray stealer, if you didn't know. And I got to tell you, for those of you who are long armors, we got these in, okay? And I got to tell you, so these are the shops, because we have a long arm in the house that is used for demo purposes. So I needed some pins, and I did not know until when I went looking that Grace had pins, okay? So these are long. Now they call them quilting pins, okay? And that might have been why I overlooked it. I'm not sure. But they're 2 inches long. They feel really good. Now, I have some at home, and I'll be honest with you, the ones that I've been using since I started long arming, they're made by Handy Quilter, okay? I've been using them forever. And when I did this huge, and before we even gray stealer, when we had this huge queen size plus, what do we call that? Quilt to put on the frame, I ran out of pins because I pin. So I had to buy more, and I will tell you, I love them. Don't get me wrong, but these I'm thinking I like better, and I'll tell you why. So my pins have like, they're like, what do you call those? Corsage pins. And you know how they have like a pearl at the end, and they're kind of bulky. They're pretty, but they're bulky like a pearl. Kind of like an elongated pearl, I'd say. So anytime I pin with them and I roll the quilt, I always have bumps inside the roll. And not that it really, I mean, it can be kind of bothersome, but for the most part, it's like, but these are flat. So I'm kind of curious now, when I roll, and they're thin. I mean, you can see that flower head is thin. So I'm kind of, for those of you that long arm, didn't know it, but now these are in the house. They're also, you can use them for various crafts. I love what they said. What'd they say? Here we go. So here's the outside of the box that it came with. There's 150 in here, okay, guys? 150. They're 2 inches in length, okay? But you can see the little picture. Yeah. See, they're attaching their quilt to a leader. But what I thought was really cute, so great for a variety of projects. So long arm machine quilting, sewing, definitely could see that. They are a little thicker, so, you know, they're not as thin. They got to take the weight, so they're not like magic pins, the really extra fine ones. They're definitely thicker. I bet you they'd be good for pinning binding if you do that. Clothing. I don't make clothes. If you do, this might work for you. Floral arrangements. I thought that would be really cute. Wouldn't that be really cute? Yeah. And crafts. I think there's a lot of different reasons to use these inside different crafts. I think they're just absolutely fun. But the most important thing with me is the long arming. So if you're a long armor and you need pins, we have some in the house. And I will let you know when I roll my quilt how that works out here at the shop. All right. So speaking of Grace, finesse thread. This is a poly thread. Now I'm going to be real with you guys. I love me some Grace. Y'all know this. I have talked a lot about Grace. Grace is a wonderful, wonderful company. So when we first got an order, I'm trying to look for the end of the thread. Here we go. So we got a little Rebel in the house, and we have a 16 Elite, which is their smaller long arm. They have a 16, a 19, and a 21. And it came with free thread. And when I first got this, I'll be real with you, I did not think I was going to like it. I said, no way. It's a poly. It's actually, it has a sheen on camera, and there is a little sheen on it, but it's, I don't know how to explain it to you. It feels like cotton and it looks like cotton, but it's not. It's 3-ply, 50 weight poly, all polyester. Okay, so it is Finesse, which is Grace's own line, and it's made by Wonderfill. I did not think I was going to like this, but we got so much of this free thread that that's what I loaded my demos on. So we've been quilting with the demo. Okay, I fell in love. I fell in love with this thread. So I definitely, and it's different than like Glide, for instance. It's very, very different. It doesn't feel, and Glide is a 2-ply. So it's got an extra thread that is spun with it. Help give it a little bit more stability, but Glide is a wonderful product too. And we're still going to carry Glide here in the future. But I did start to get, because I'm a Grace dealer and I fell in love with this thread, I went ahead and we started to carry their colors. So we have 17 new colors, but I wanted to show it. I wish you could be here and feel it. It's just different. I thought it looked like cotton, and I thought it would be linty. It's not as linty. Now, you can't compare. I mean, it's the same as Orfil. We'll just say Orfil is a low lint, 100% cotton, and it is low lint, but it's cotton, so it's always going to have lint. I learned, even on Glide's website, they say low lint, that poly can have some lint, so that was new to me. This is my education as I learn more about threads besides cotton, besides Orfil. So if I have to double check a measurement, you can still put your ruler on top of the flathead. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Deb. She says you can take the ruler and put them on top of those flatheads to double check your measurement. Because, you know, if you use other types, it might be wibbly wobbly. Good point, Deb. I hadn't thought of that. I've never had flatheads, so this is a new one for me. Thank you for sharing that, Deb. Oh, and she also loves hers. She has flat flower head pins. Very cool. Very cool. See, now you're just making me love those even more. So I just want to give it a little pull. Now all thread will break, but this woo, that takes a lot. It is a very, very durable, and it stitches beautiful. I will be sure to figure out a way to quilt something probably using the demo so that you can actually see what it looks like when it is quilted. It's beautiful, guys. It is absolutely, it stitches beautiful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Now look, I brought gray. Now this is darker than 2600, but I brought you some gray. But I want to say this is a free type of spool. They don't normally come like this. This is what they usually come like. Well, this is what they do come like, not usually, unless you get something free. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to mention, so I got a little education on this too. This is kind of neat. These are called mini spools. I don't think they have larger ones. Now I'm questioning myself. But these are 1,500 yards. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to share with you. 1,500 yards, okay? And they do stack on each other. Isn't that cute? To make it easier to store. But we have 17 colors now. There are more. Baby steps, right? So we got a lot of good ones. So what I learned when you're shopping for thread, I'm getting out the calculator. Okay. Not the calculator because I can't do it by calculation. Okay, so I'm typing in how many meters are in 1,500, not 16, 1,500 yards. Okay, that equals 1,371.6 meters. Okay, so when I was out doing some research, there are other spool manufacturers of poly thread, and you buy by the meter and not the yard. So I needed to be able to understand how much this is, because by reading 1,500 versus 1,000 meters, 1,500 yards, I didn't know what that meant. I have no earthly idea. And my brain works in yards. So Aurifil thread, the spools we sell for 50 weight are 1,422 yards. I think in yards. I know how long that spool will last. Okay, I can quilt on a quilt and I can tell you if I'm going to need to get a new spool. Okay, I know that that's going to happen because I can tell by the spool and how many quilts I've done with it. So it lasts a long time. Okay, so 1,500, that is a lot. That's even more by 78 yards, right? But if I'm looking at another poly thread, I saw a lot with 1,000 meters. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? That means they have 1,371-ish, 71 and a half meters-ish, right? So this has more. That's what it told me. So if you see something out there, you can get your calculator out if you need, or your Google. He's your friend. He's the devil. He knows everything. That's what some of my family says. So 1,500 yards of thread come on one of these spools. Okay, amazing, amazing. That I wanted to share because I thought that it was educational, in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, and I know some of y'all probably did know, but I'm sure I'm not by myself. And so always be careful when you're buying your thread what numbers they're giving you and what you can understand in your brain what that means. Okay, because it also helps you determine cost factor. You know, are you getting your are you getting a good price? Because some people think that, or for a long time they thought that Aurifil was really expensive, but when you broke down how many yards for the cost, then you realize that you're getting a lot more than you realize for your money. Okay. And the price is amazing also on what? The poly thread? I know I got a good price on the Aurifil thread too. I know I do. And I'm not breaking any rules because they have rules too. But and its name is Finesse. Yes, it is a good price, and we had to go through a lot to figure out what a good price is. So it's an experiment to see if we're at the right medium, right? So we always try to have those. Let me come back at you because I think we're good. Let me switch cameras here. All right. So what we try to do at Halo is we try to find the balance of what a good price is and being able to still feed the business, because if you don't, it's alive, it's an organism, and it needs fed. So if you don't feed it, it won't last. And we hate it when quilt shops close, right? So we're always looking for that balance. And one of the reasons is because we really truly want more people to quilt, and because it's so much of a wonderful craft not only a wonderful craft, but even a wonderful art. And you know, we're a little biased on quilting though, but yeah. Whatever it is, we want more people to do it. And some people have, you know, having that balance between buying fabric at $16 a yard, for instance, maybe they can't afford that. And so they don't get to quilt or do enough sewing. Maybe they just are able to buy a certain amount. And so, you know, we try to make things more affordable for more people so that more people can quilt. That's what we would love it. More affordable option for new quilters, yes. I got to tell you though, I'm loving it. I can't wait to show you, and it just dawned on me as when I was talking to you, I probably need to show you what it looks like when it quilts. So that is definitely coming, because I will figure out maybe even loading, or maybe I'll just pull a demo. I haven't thrown one out yet. We went through, you know, people quilting. I don't know why I did this. They weren't doing that. People quilting, you know, not playing. Well, it is playing, but people test driving the 16 Elite. I haven't pulled that. I haven't thrown it away. So I'll have to pull that over so you can see, what the stitching looks like. 'Cause it's really pretty, guys. It's really pretty. And right now we have gray on the top and yellow on the bottom. And I did that on purpose so that you can see if your tension is off easier. And I will tell you, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be to find a balance, because two colors sometimes can be a little tricky. It worked really good. So I'll have to pull that for you guys so you can see it as we talk more. And the next time we talk about maybe next what's new, I'll bring the color so you can actually see, you know, as best as possible through a video what the different colors are. I will tell you, this is probably their most popular, which is Snow White. Oh, imagine that, Sherry. Snow White is their most popular. And this one, I think you can tell this one is just a little bit more yellowy, more yellow, and it's called Pearl White. Makes sense to be a little different color with a little yellow tinge to it. But we have 17 solids in the house, and I think, if my memory serves me right, there is another 17 more. And then they also have variegated. So in due time, we'll have more colors. So looking forward to stitching more with some finesse. Finesse is wonderful. It really is. They did a good job on it. They really did. And I did learn that Wonderfill is actually in Canada. Pretty cool. So they're our neighbors. So at any rate, that's what's new, guys. And I'm sorry again for the delay with the computer. The computer hijacked me. No. So I can apologize for that. But that is a lot of what's new. There's more. And I got to clean up the what's new so it's not so overwhelming. We try to take things down in 30 days, but I was trying to get all this stuff up for you guys so that I didn't share with you something that wasn't live. Because I'd hate to say, well, you want this? Well, that's too bad. It's not up till next week. I mean, I didn't want to do that to you. So I scrambled to get as much up there without cleaning up the rest of it, just so you can have it available if you saw something that just really did spark your inspiration. So that's what I got. That's what's new. I appreciate y'all stopping in and chit-chatting a bit and sharing, how you look for your threads. And if you watch the hashtag replay, I'd love to hear how you shop for threads. It's important so that we can get a better system for you. I appreciate the the inspiration too on the flower head pin. See, now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Deb. I don't have any fabric. Oh, I do have. Oh, let's see if these ones work. I have fabric. So you say that we can put them on a ruler, huh? So, well, at least yours you can. I don't know if these ones are a little thicker. They bobble a little, but it's not bad. It's better than my other ones. Here, I'll just show you real quick so you're not like, well, we want to see. Hello, Angel, we want to see. Okay. So I just put this down. Okay, it's really flat, guys. Put a ruler on top, and it just barely rocks, guys. Just barely. Now we'll get our magic pin here. So this one, you know, these are nice. We all know these are nice. These are my favorite pins. Okay, I love how thin they are. All right, but I will say, well, number one, because they have a flathead. I've never tried it, but it's thicker. They're thicker than these thin ones. But this one's round, right? So that's number one. But it has a lot more. So it does make it hard, especially now there's not even any fabric here. So add the fabric and then we've got a hot mess. Because I've done it. And I've even tried to cut with it, you know, but it's cattywampus. I will tell you, Deb, you are 100% correct. This is amazing. There is hardly any wobble. There's a little one, but it's hardly any. Oh yeah, and if you push real good, it's flat. It's flat. This is amazing. Oh, hey Claudia, we're just about to get out. It does bump a little, but you can double check it real quick. Yeah, you can. Deb, this is amazing. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely, I never even would have thought of that. See what we learn when we share with each other? You are 100% correct. Love it. Thank you for sharing. So, whoops. We do have some more product in the house that needs to be inputted, and we have, oh, I can come back at you. I'm trying to think. I will tell you, I do have a small shipment of fabric coming. However, I want to say it's to refill. It's restocks. I'm waiting. We have fabric that is going to ship this month. When? We're waiting. Even I can't tell you. They just ship it when it's time, but we are expecting some fabric. So when it comes in, it'll go up. And if we have any kind of live, which we do have a live next week and the week after scheduled, so I can talk a little if I get it in by then. So it is a manageable wobble. You're right, girl. You're right. Yep. Claudia waves. I can actually see that emoji. So y'all are fun. So at any rate, keep looking, keep having fun, keep making. And I will see y'all next week. I'm supposed to have a video drop for a tutorial. And so then we'll do a live Q&A at 3. And hopefully everything is all well now that we've gone through all the updates. And I hopefully have figured out what I'm doing with the new changes. And we'll be on time for you. So we'll see you next week at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey there, Sherlock Sews. Glad to see you. We've got all kinds of people in the house today. Yes, take care, Miss Deb. Yeah, we're just leaving, Lori. Hashtag replay. And I'd love to hear your input on some of my questions. So, yes, toodles. Oh, I love it. Toodles. And until next time, guys, thank you all. And thank you, Sherry, for your help with monitoring for me, because I couldn't do this without you easily. Especially with all the chaos. I appreciate it. You keep me grounded. Thank you. And thank you for everything. Yes, catch the hashtag replay. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. So I will see you next week, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, may you all continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful. Never stop believing, and never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. I love y'all. Happy quilting. Happy hump day. Whoop, whoop. See you all soon.